Folks, after quite some time, I thought I will publish a video in English. Today's topic is the unconditional love, the protective power of the universe, the whole creation. I will talk about the unconditional love in terms of three subtopics: the current state of the current understanding of the unconditional love by the humanity of today, and I would like to talk about very briefly about myself and my videos. And also, thirdly, I would like to talk about the forthcoming destructive power as against the protective power of the unconditional love. There is a destructive power of this universe. And I leave everything at the end into your hands, to your way of life, either to understand or be at least ready to understand, receive the unconditional love, or be ready to be destroyed by the forthcoming destructive power of the universe. First, about the current status of this unconditional love. Most of the folks think that unconditional love is something people can think about. It's beyond the human mind. It is beyond human thought. Without understanding this idea, people think, or people conceived, humanity has conceived in terms of various religions, various religious gods like the Christ, the Father in heaven, or various gods of Hindus, the Nirvana or Buddha of the Buddhists, the Allah of the Muslims. They think that their God is the storehouse of the unconditional love. Everywhere else is the anti-Christ or anti-Allah or anti-Hindu power, which they call Asuras or Satans and so on and so on. Without understanding that the unconditional love has to be shown to the whole creation, they worship the religious God, and people show their love, the so-called unconditional love towards their God, at the same time hating the others who do not belong to their religion or their division, like, for example, race, country, and so on. People are so eager to protect the unborn child, but at the same time ready to go and shoot the same children of God in the school in other countries because they do not agree with their political ideas, religious ideas, and so on. All kinds of divisive ideas. And what is interesting is all these folks are waiting for the forthcoming Messiah, the forthcoming power of their gods, so that their own religious faiths will be established in this world and everything else will be destroyed. The Christians are expecting the second coming of Jesus Christ, who will establish the Christianity in the whole world. They forget that the Christianity, the religion of Christianity was conceived and propagated by the human mind, not by the power of the unconditional love. They think that all these travails, all this calamity in this world as of now is because the world has not worshipped their own God. Hindus are expecting Kalki, the avatar of Kali Yuga, and they think that all these miseries of the world is because of Kali Yuga, and they expect Kalki to manifest and destroy everybody else who do not follow the Hindu Dharma. Muslims are thinking that Allah is the only merciful God. Every other God is fake, and their Messiah called Mahdi will manifest and destroy everybody else and uphold Islam and protect those who are following Islamic faith. Buddhists are expecting, or they think, nirvana is the end of the spiritual quest, the spiritual search, and then those who have not reached nirvana have the destructive power in their mind, and that is what is destroying this current world. And their Messiah, called Maitreya, will come once very soon, or in some people's mind for a long time, and destroy all the ignorance of the humanity and establish the Buddhistic way of life, or sometimes they call the nirvana stage of humanity. But one common theme underlying all this faith is that these minds which has conceived these gods, the divisive mind is the place of the Asuras or Satan and whatever Antichrist, whatever they want to call it. It is this divisive thoughts which is destroying the humanity. It is not somebody else going to come and destroy this world. It is the divisive thoughts, divisive ideas, the ideas of race, color of the skin, religious ideas, country attachment, caste in terms of in the minds of Hindus, Brahmins, non-Brahmins, North Indians, South Indians, all kinds of divisive ideas in India. And also in Buddhism also there are divisions. Otherwise, how can they kill the Tamilians in Sri Lanka in the name of Buddha, Buddhistic ideas? Same thing is true with the other countries too. What is interesting is that folks are going after the enormous power of the military strength and trying to kill the atheists because they think that atheism is against their religions and they should be destroyed. What they don't understand is that what they are destroying, the humanity, is the image of or the part of the universe, the part of the God. Because even in Christianity, it is clearly mentioned that every human being, irrespective of where they are born, irrespective of the religion to which they belong, irrespective of the language they speak, they are all the images of God. They are created as the image of the God. What is interesting is that people have conceived in using their limited mind various ideas of the image of God and so on, and then they divide and they're ready to destroy the humanity. Now, who am I to tell you all this? I do not belong to any religion. I do not belong to any country. I do not belong to any of the divisive ideas, a divisive boundary of the humanity. I was born in a country, I live in another country. I was born in a family of a particular religion, but after my spiritual experience, when I was 31 years old, all those things vanished. And from that spiritual world, I am looking at all the divisive way of humanity and publish a lot of videos talking about the reason why people suffer and how can they come out of the suffering. My spiritual experiences are not of the type that Holy Spirit came and talked to me yesterday. I want to talk about those things. Or Jesus Christ came and talked to me yesterday in my dream, and I want to preach that. I don't read any of the spiritual books. My spiritual experience happened when I have no idea of all these religious thoughts of various religions. And for quite some time, I didn't know what happened to me. But I'm not asking you to believe in what I've experienced. I do not want any money from you. I do not want any praise from you. I don't have any religious or any organization at all to communicate or to preach. I don't like the word preaching. I would like to use the word communicating. I would like to communicate what I have learned based on my spiritual experience and my own life. Many of you cannot understand this and understand very clearly why you cannot understand it, because there is so much cloud. There is so much cloud in terms of the human thoughts that you cannot really understand what I'm talking about. I'm not a guru. I am not interested in creating an organization and spreading my views. Whether you understand or not, my power is not of this world. My power is in terms of those three divine lights. Christians call that three aspects of one God, and Hindus call that as the Trinity term, and sometimes they call Maheshwara and various names, which consists of three powers, three divine lights. My experience is when the seventh chakra, the so-called seventh chakra, was open. When it happened to me, I didn't even know what it was. It took quite some time for me to understand what happened to me when my seventh chakras opened. The seventh chakra is same as what is called seventh seal in Christianity, which they say according to the Bible that only Jesus Christ or the Heavenly Father can open, can reveal the seventh seal. But My question is, even if your Messiahs, the Jesus, second coming of Jesus Christ, or Mahdi of Islam, Kalki of Hindus, Maitreya of Buddhists, if that one manifests in this world, do you have the eyes to see it? Do you have a clear mind to understand that one? Almost all of you, all the religions are expecting a powerful, extremely powerful. The Christians call the second coming of Jesus Christ will be like the lion of the universe. So you are expecting a very, very powerful entity to come and destroy this world. That is the vision of the most of the religiously minded people. And after that destruction, they will establish, as I said in this video, in the beginning of this video, they will establish their own religion. Well, that is not going to happen. Unconditional love, it does not belong to any religion. It is beyond all the human divisions like religion, country attachment, racial divisions, the language, the divisions based on the language, even the divisions of whether you are a man or a woman, whether you are an animal or not. Of course, it's the same thing which manifests in animals as the feeling of I-ness, which is manifesting in the humanity. Of course, that's a different topic to discuss, which is a huge one. Now, regarding the third subtopic that I want to talk about, the forthcoming power, the destructive power. That is the power of the one of the three divine lights, which is seen when you experience what is called a Turiya state, the fourth state in the Hindu religion, or when the seventh chakra is open, then you will realize this, you will see this power of this third important godly power, and that is the destructive power, the red light. It's conceived by different religions differently, but this destructive power is going to bring each and every human being onto the knees. And as I have published a video that there will be three stages of human suffering. First, by the way, I published this before even the talk of the coronavirus was conceived by the human mind. That was about, I think, about in 2019, October or so. I published a video in which I said, let there be the final stage of Kali Yuga, or the judgment, as in the words of the Bible, the judgment. Let this be, let this universe, let the humanity, not the universe, the humanity, there is no problem in the universe except in the human mind or the humanity. Let this humanity be destroyed. Unless there is destructive power is shown to humanity, they will not be willing to understand the protective power of the unconditional love. Let this world be destroyed as much as possible, and not only the physically destroyed, but also for those who are remaining, let all their ignorances in their human mind, the satanic thoughts, or the Ashura view or Ashura thoughts of the Hindus be destroyed, so that the screen, the mental screen, is totally destroyed, and the one behind the golden light, the unconditional love is revealed to the whole humanity. And in the video that I published earlier, I talked about three stages. One is the destruction of the humanity. Second is something like Corona I'm talking about. Some of you may be thinking that Corona can be totally destroyed by the vaccine that has been discovered by scientists. That will not happen. Even if this virus is destroyed or come under or brought under the control, there will be still something else. You can even see at this point there are at least in the United States, there are quite a lot of people who are not willing to take the vaccination. As long as they are there, they will be spreading the coronavirus. There is even talk about more powerful virus mutation in Britain, and it's spreading to the whole world slowly but certainly. And still, people are not willing to even wear masks, not willing to stay away from other folks or the so-called social distancing and so on and so forth. As long as all these folks are there, the destructive power will continue to destroy the humanity. And because of this, there will be tremendous amount of poverty in the world. Already there is a lot of poverty in African countries and around the world, but there will be even more. These two ideas, you're all aware, most of the folks are aware of it. The third condition that I said in my video, which I will give a link, you can go and watch that video. The third stage of human suffering that is forthcoming is the destruction of the ego. That is, it is the ego of the humanity which has created all these religions, all these divisions, and destroying this world. This ego will be destroyed. People will be crying on the street, fall on their knees, and worship their gods to come and save them, but nothing and no power will come and save you. And until your ego is totally destroyed, that is, the power of the mind, the divisive ideas in your mind is totally destroyed. At that point, when everybody's ego, divisive thoughts, the division based on the race, the color of the skin, the language, country to which you belong, or the political system to which you belong, or when until all of them are destroyed by destroying your ego, till then you will never be able to experience that unconditional love. Unconditional love is not something that you can go after and get it and show to other people. It is inside you. It's your nature. It cannot be sought outside. You cannot go and seek that unconditional love and then show to other people. The moment you try to go and seek that unconditional love outside you and try to show, that unconditional love will be modified by your thought, and then what you are showing is not that pure unconditional love. Unconditional love is your real nature, just like the flower, the jasmine flower, or the other beautiful smelling flowers. It is their nature. The jasmine flower, its scent is its nature. The same way, the unconditional love is your nature. The flower, jasmine flower, does not go and sit on meditation and try to get that scent, the jasmine scent. It is its nature. The same way, You are born with that unconditional love surrounding you, and that is what is called the body of the Spirit in the Bible, an Atmic body in Hindus, are the one beyond the nirvana or the state of Allah, as they call. Allah is not a conceived God, it is beyond all human beings, just like all other gods that people have conceived. Till you all understand this, till the humanity is understand all this, the destruction will continue, and at the end, the unconditional power of the divine love will be present in all humanity, the remaining humanity, and what is called the 1,000-year-old reign of the Christ and Satya Yuga of Hindus, the life after Medi's intervention in this world, the life after Maitreya Buddha's teaching will be established in this world. The world will turn in a new direction. And that's what I want to talk to you folks. If you have any question or doubt about what I've been talking, let me know. Freely express your comments. I will respond. Whatever it is, whether your comments are coming from your religious background or whether your divisive ideas, please let your comment be recorded. I will respond. That will help you to come out of the divisive state of various human beings. So till the next video, I wish you all happiness, and one day you will all realize this extraordinary protective power of the unconditional love, and that is where it is the life of this whole universe, to which Jesus Christ said, I am the life. It is not only the life principle, it is the principle of joy, it's a principle of love. I experienced this in my spiritual experience directly after opening the seventh chakra. I'll talk to you soon, folks.